What's up, developers? What's up, family? In today's episode, we're gonna talk a bit about embedding PlantUML diagrams into our markdown. This is part of our approach, docs as code approach, documentation as code. So we're gonna put PlantUML language into our markdown documents and generate automatically diagrams like this one, directly in our code. So like always, let's start by reviewing the commit, because the best thing that developer can do every day is review it himself during the committing phase. So let's start with the README. We are introducing new here the new way of embedding diagrams. This is here. So our diagrams are gonna be added into the documentation to Markdown as a XML comments, HTML comment. So we start with that, with the beginning of the comment, and finally it's here. And then the entire engine analyzes this PlantUML language that is embedded here. There, especially here is the mind map, embedded mind map, and then converts this entire textual description into the image that is just inserted just below the commented text of the diagram. So that's it. So let's open. That's mainly what we're gonna focus on. To make it working, I added the documentation project. This is a C# project, and I added an XUnit with Microsoft.NET Test SDK, just to make sure that I am able to run the entire engine directly from the IDE. So I created a test that is actually not testing anything. It is just converting inside each of our markdowns in this document, in this project, the comments into the links to the diagrams as images. And the entire code is works thanks to this Synergy Architecture Diagrams NuGet package. So let's drop here and let's open the sample here, which I added to this ADR. This ADR explains, let me open it fully, explains entirely how we're gonna embed the PlantUML inside, but here is also a sample. Example explains that if you want to add any image, any PlantUML diagram into the markdown, add such command. We will copy that and then run this test. So let's jump into this test. It is an ordinary test that can be started, ordinary XUnit test that can be started like any other test in our solution. And the best practice that developer can have is to run all tests in the solution prior to committing the entire or pushing the entire change set. So I'm gonna show you how to deal with that. Here we have architecture decision log that contains, let me close this Explorer to have a little bit more space. We have here on the bottom this image, which is a diagram showing the set of our architecture decision records. And it is directly embedded here just as an image. So let's copy this link to the image. I copied that. So let's open that in our browser. Let me put the browser here. And here we have the PlantUML. I'm gonna open this entire image and change the PNG to UML. So here we have the content of the image, textual context. So let's copy that. Let's move back here. So now we can just drop that. We don't need that. So I'm gonna put this comment as described in the sample. Remove. So now we have just, let's say, plain template for inserting any PlantUML diagram. This is what we need. And inside here we put whatever is needed. And we will put actually, yeah, let's clean it up a bit. The empty line is not needed. We just inserted the PlantUML mind map with the architecture decision log. Yeah, as you can see, nothing happens. So now what we need to do is to run, because we don't have this image, we need to run this test. Actually, that we should do always prior to committing the entire solution. So we've just run. Let's reload. Yeah, and it was automatically, this test, what it does, it goes through the entire project structure inside our on our hard drive. It searches for the markdown documents. It finds inside the document such comments with the PlantUML inside, yeah, and then it replaces it with the link to the diagram, and on the end there is a disclaimer that this link is generated. Do not modify it manually. So each time we want to add something, for example, let's add it here, something new, ADR, oh, I don't know, the Copilot helps me, something like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can run the test once again. Yep. Reload. Let's open that. Yep. And here it is added, the ADR06 that we just added in a textual form. It helps a lot because from now you can track through pull request and through difference window, you can track what was changed inside each of those images, yeah, and it is automatically generated for you by the test. And moreover, you can here put the name of the file of the image, which is textual version. In case, oh, there is a typo here, as we can see, the architecture, probably also here, architecture. So let's run it once again. Yep, to fix the typo inside on the image, and let's review that. Yeah, architecture decision log is beautifully rendered now as a mind map. So this is a very powerful technique that helps us a lot in embedding diagrams, and of course requires running all tests and verifying what was generated by developers. So if you are a developer or analyst and you want to embed any diagram like that, you do it. Of course you need to know the PlantUML syntax, but it's obvious that we need to learn all the time. And then you run the test. This is a standard ordinary test, and then finally verify how the newly created or changed diagram looks like. That's it for today. Please remember that there is a link below to the source code. So check that, and also add comments if you have some questions or some comments to this video. And finally, please hit like and subscribe on the bottom. Stay tuned. See you.